And the Lord God formed man the dust of the ground, body, breathed into his nostril the breath of life, spirit, and man became a living soul. Body, soul, spirit. And the Lord God formed man the dust of the ground. So his name is mud. The elements that are in the ground are in man. The elements that are in man are in the ground. And they're the identical elements. And the Lord God formed man the dust of the ground, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul. I teach that a baby is not a living soul until it breathes. I'm considered a great heretic for teaching that. But then again, if a man goes by the King James Bible, he's bound to be a heretic these days. And so I don't teach that abortion is murder, like the brethren do, and for that reason I'm considered a heretic for some of the brethren. But I'm an old dog. I've been around a long time. You know what I've observed? I've observed that the Pharisees always worried about matters of sex. Is it lawful for a man to put away his wife for every cause? And the thing is about those kind of things, you don't want to get hung up on those things. Some of the brethren get so hung up on this thing, abortion is murder, abortion is murder. They show you pictures. What are they trying to prove? They're trying to prove the thing looks like a person, it is a person. That's what Darwin taught. You've got to watch that business. You can take an embryo of an animal and prove it looks like an embryo of a person. That doesn't make it a person. You've got to watch that business. You go around and start proving that thing is a person before that thing is born, then you got that matter of salvation, and the first thing you know, you'll be up there at the Catholic hospital dumping water on them so they don't go to limbo. You got to watch that kind of stuff. Now, I'll grant you the child is an organism. I'll grant you that. With a lot of organisms. I'll grant you the child may be alive in the sense of animal life. I'll grant you that. I'll grant you it's an embryo. I'll grant you that. But if you're talking about a living soul, see, I read my Bible, there's no living soul there till the Lord breathed into his nostrils the breath of life. Amen. And when you smack that baby and that baby goes, yeah, you can't blame a kid for yelling. Look what he's coming into. And when that kid yells, as far as I'm concerned, then they're a living soul. Now, if you ever start teaching the other, and maybe some of you fellows subscribe that way, you're going to have some real problems. When all those Indians and Hindus came into Bangladesh and Pakistan and raped about 2,000 women and left them with about 800 illegitimate children, the good Catholic nuns, in order to increase the membership in the local church, decided that it'd be a terrible sin to have any abortion. So the will of God for 800 women who were abused against their will to bear children for the Roman Catholic Church. I don't believe it. Then you get talking like this, and folks say, when you get talking like this, then the libertines say, well, then abortion's all right, therefore, and take advantage of it, you see. I won't compromise the truth whether you take advantage of it or whether you don't. Amen, brother. I mean, if somebody takes advantage of the truth I just gave, that lies between them and the Lord. But I feel the truth is the truth no matter what you do with it.